wanted to share the story with you about how we met. We've never shared this story publicly. So the year was 2015. And your cousin, who's a great dude, goes by the name Air Wallace.
Yeah.
Was coming to the movement, going to our Bible study. Mm-hmm. We were doing this Monday night Bible study. This is my first year going full time with music. So right around the time I quit my job, 2015. And he started coming around, he was kicking it, and Javid was in our Bible study. And Javid was cool because he wasn't one of those dudes that came around and was like trying to get on, like and trying to rap, right? Like he came around and was like didn't say anything about rapping for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know he was a rapper.
Yeah.
And then the day one of the days before or after we left on a Soul Rebel tour, I don't remember, I think it was when we got back. He was like, yo man, can I take you out to lunch? And I was like, you're a rapper, aren't you? I was like, you're a rapper, aren't you? And he was like, what? How you know? And I was like, I could sniff out a rapper a mile away. and we went out to lunch and we just started chopping it up and we started connecting. And he played me some of his music and he was super, super cool dude coming around. And long story short, the remix contest came around. And the way we do the remix contest, I don't know if we're going to do this one this way, but the way we did that one is like, we only heard the top 10 or 15 submissions. So there was like over 100 people that submitted. This was the Good Religion remix contest, the very first one we did in 2016. Same setup, same pricing, whatever, same prize, I think. And guys like Shaiwan entered. We only got to hear the top like 10 or 15 submissions. Eric Kingsley and Anthony Cruz went through everything else. And so, they're tough. If your vocal quality is trash, you know what I mean? Like, they're just like moving on. And so I remember this is so crazy. I remember so vividly. I was at the gym, crunch. This is Fat Ruslan. This is not this is when I was like 210 pounds, just technically obese. That's crazy. That was 210 pounds.
That's crazy to think that Ruslan was ever obese. This man got a 6-pack, guys.
Yeah, I got a 4-pack. I'm working on the bottom. So I'm at crunch, and I remember Javid, Air Wallace, texted me. He's like, "Yo, man, like, I can't believe we didn't make the remix contest. Like, we didn't make it top 3." And I was like, "Oh, bro, I didn't even hear the song. Like, I didn't even resubmit it." And so he's like, yes. I was like, send me the submission. So he sends me the submission. And I was like, yo, I see why this didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? But who's the dude on the second verse? And he was like, that's my cousin. And I was like your cousin? Like your blood? He's like, yeah, like that's my blood cousin. His name's Jon Keith. And I was like, oh, he's dope. Like I just remember typing like, he's dope. He's freaking dope. And at that point, you had already came to the Good Religion listening party. I remember seeing you there. You came to the open mic and you came to my Americana listening party. And you were just around. Like you were just in the mix. You were coming out. You were supporting.
I was a fanboy.
And that's how I stumbled across Jon Keith's music. He didn't even make it in the top 10 submissions on the remix contest.
So I didn't win, but I won.
Yeah, right? Did you even hear about me like hearing the remix or like did you hear that story?
So like my side of the story was like this. I wanted to do the remix contest. I ain't had guap like that. My cousin was like, "Bro, let's enter the remix contest." Like and then we'll just do both of us. And like we'll just blend the different. He had a really dope idea. He's like, "Yo, let's blend the different tracks. We'll take the first track and blend it with whatever one you want to choose. Like I'll do that intro track. You can do whatever you want to choose, and then we'll both go in on going left."
Yeah.
And
this man had a vision.
Yeah, he's a visionary. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like, "Yo, let's do that." And I was like, "Dope." So he paid for it. I wrote it's funny. My verse, I picked "Shoot Me." Mm-hmm. My verse is still on SoundCloud.
Is it still up?
Still up right now.
That's dope. We should go. Yo, you got to show me that. I'm going to repost it from the King's Dream and tweet it and stuff like that so people can hear you.
Listen to it live at the end of this.
We could do that.
So we recorded it. I was like, man, it's done. We got this. It's over. Like, we're going to, bro, we got it. I was like, bro, top 2 at the very least. And then
he didn't know they were competing against dudes that like shot new music videos.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Like, redid the beats and like rapped over them.
Bros was out here doing all that. I just wanted to rap, and so like we submitted, and we're waiting, we're waiting, and then they had announced the winner, and I was like, that don't make no sense. That's not us. What in the world? And he was like, bro, I know. He's like, I'm gonna text him. And he's like, all right. So he had that full conversation, and he was screenshotting the conversation as you guys were having it and sending it to me. I was like, dang. Cause like Ruslan was kind of harsh too. He was like, man, bro, the mix on this is not good. Shout out A-Tracks, because it was his fault. He was like, yo, the mix on this sounds like it was mixed, like it was recorded on an iPhone 5. What happened? And he was like, dang, man, he's sending me this. And I'm like, dang, bro. I was like, we took an L. And then he sent me the next one. It was like, yo, who's the guy on the second verse? And I was like, this is either going to be very good or very bad. And he's like, oh, that's my cousin. He's like, yo, he's fire. And I was like, threw my phone up in the air. I was like, and 10 out of 10. Yes. I was like, I was feeling it. I was all over it. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
And this is all 2016.
Yeah.
It's all 2016.
So, but like still nothing came of that. We went to the one of the things for the winner was they got to perform at the open mic.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was so excited to go to that open mic. Matter of fact, I had posted a verse on Instagram, and Jay Ruckers commented on it and was like, yo, you should come and rock this at the open mic.
But you was
like,
late, weren't you, again?
I was like, yo, this is I didn't have a card at either one of these times. And so like, I was so ready for that. I was like, yo, Jay Ruckers. I remember I told my dad, I was like, yo, Jay Ruckers, he's a producer that works with the Dream Junkies, said like I should come and do like this verse at the open mic. Like that's how much of a fan I was. Like, yo, just excited to get like interaction with one of the producers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we was late, didn't get to do it. Shout out.
I remember you hanging around
A-Tracks.
afterwards. Like I remember. I was like, who is that kid?
That fun fact. There's actually 2 fun facts to that. First fun fact, that's where I met T. Ross the Giant. Then also fun fact that I didn't find out until recently. My girlfriend was there, and I didn't know.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that. But I remember seeing T. Ross the Giant like before he went up, and I was like, "Who is this Mac Miller?"
Yeah, they killed it. When T. Ross and Charlie Powers were doing stuff together.
Yeah, they killed it.
They smashed it out of the park.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like after when they went up there, like all their friends and everything went crazy. Belief grabbed the mic and said, "Hey, y'all better not leave when they done."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's funny."
So that was the end of 2016. The beginning of 2017, February 2017, almost 2 years ago to the date, we did the event, the King's Elect launch. Yeah. And I remember loving the event, loving the energy, loving your hustle. And I was like, yo, this kid got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this kid, I remember bringing some sound stuff, some lights. You guys had the venue. There was like 200 people. I actually did a vlog about it.
There was 250.
There's a gang of people there that night. I did a vlog about it. That's actually still on this YouTube page.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I shouted you out in the vlog and the whole thing. So, yeah, he doesn't watch my vlogs. So I think that's a cool story. Here's what I want to touch on, just briefly. There's a lot of people that are like, kind of not pushing back, but there's just like, oh, y'all are charging for the remix contest. Like I kind of sense that. And it's like, first of all, bro, no one else is providing the type of prizes we're providing.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? And second of all, there has to be a level of self-investment in yourself if you're serious about music to get to that next level. You just have to, you have to be willing to invest in yourself. If you're trying to start a clothing company, like with King's Elect, you guys were buying merchandise and T-shirts and taking your own money, investing it, and flipping it. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I do, I've talked about a little bit on this channel, is my NACA submissions. Every year, going back to 2008, I've spent at least $500 a year submitting to NACA. Every single year.
It's crazy.
Usually in the 700s. Those first couple of years, we didn't have an agent, so we'd have to spend $800 for the membership and then spend $100 per submission. And then if you got selected, you have to pay for your submission. So I sent the paperwork in today I had to pay $300 to showcase because I got the showcase. So I got to pay $300 to showcase. I'm doing the Northern Plains Conference in March 31st. So I'm like super excited about it. It's in Minneapolis. It's like I've never done this conference before, and y'all don't know that NACA is the very way how I was able to do full-time music, because I was able to do these college shows. I felt conflicted charging churches thousands of dollars, but I knew colleges would pay me thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And I knew I needed to make thousands of dollars per show to go into full-time music. And so I started doing this in 2008, 2009. I met a young lady named Iwande. She came to Cal State San Marcos. I was still in school. She performed. Me and Belief was there. Somebody was like, yo, you should go and freestyle. People knew I rap because I was in the music department. So I went and rap. And she was like, yo, you're super dope. And I was like, thank you. And I was like, how are you doing these shows? And she was like, have you heard of NACA? And I was like, actually, I have heard of NACA. I had heard of NACA at the time being a spoken word poet. And she was like, you need to be a part of NACA. Like, you need to submit. You need to figure it out. Do it. And I was like, yeah, but it costs a lot of money. And she was like, baby, you got to invest in yourself. And she said that to me. And it was so, it just pierced my, it just pierced my soul. The way she said it, and I stayed in contact with her, and she got him. She was very helpful. But 2008, every year, if it wasn't the breaks, it was Ruslan solo. If it wasn't Ruslan solo, it was Dream Junkies. It was back to Ruslan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I submitted and some years I wouldn't get selected. I'd spend $500-$600, wouldn't even get selected to showcase. This last year I didn't get the showcase. So I'm showcasing. This is my first time. Last time I did a showcase was NACA West. Charlie Powers was actually with me.
Oh, okay.
2017 NACA West, that showcase. That led me to getting a couple colleges. Remember that show me and you did, Zach, in Seattle? Everett College, that was a NACA show. Yeah. Cal State San Marcos, that was a NACA show. So Zach came along to these shows. So I say all that to say, I'm living, breathing, being willing to invest in myself and take my art seriously. And I recommend you guys, this isn't like some bull crap remix contest. Like, we're really putting our money where our mouth is. Flown out to San Diego, media package by Zach Sperrazzo in the studio, me and Jon Keith. If we could plan a show around it, we'll probably have some type of event around it, so you'll probably get to perform. And now my man Ahmad, AJ Jackson, worked with Future, Young Thug, and you get a professionally song mixed and mastered. I'm gonna tell you right now, just talking to him a little bit, I was trying to get Andy to work with him, because Andy was looking for an engineer, and so him and Andy was so I was trying to get cats to work with him, and I just dog, I can't afford it. I can't afford $300 to $700 a mix. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way. And so
it's a lot.
Yeah, man. So anyway, you got anything to add to that, just in terms of investing in yourself? Again, we both grew up similar, not having a lot of money. You know what I mean? And you just literally did not have money. You didn't have a car. But you figured it out. You still got to these places. You figured it out how to do it with your cousin. You know what I'm saying? You partnered up with somebody. Do you want to add anything to that?
To be honest, I feel like now. See, here's the thing. You guys kind of got a different Ruslan than I got. You know what I'm saying? Ruslan has always been a teacher, kind of adding value kind of person, but not to the extent that it is right now. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even thinking like that. I wasn't thinking yo, I need to invest in myself. Yo, this could possibly happen. Yo, I was just thinking, hey, I'm just glad to be here and want to rap. And you guys are some of my favorite rappers. And boy, am I lucky. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely say that take advantage of this. Take advantage of Ruslan. No. You know what you're saying? There's so much game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yo, enter the remix contest. If you're really about this, you're really yo, I really want to do music. There's opportunities, there's relationships that get built from this. I never thought any of the stuff that's happened to me since I, entered that remix contest would happen ever. You know what I'm saying? And also, don't be discouraged if you don't win.
Yeah.
God's plan.
King Stream Entertainment.